Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and somebody sent me this file with a long list of what he did, and he's making it a lot harder than it actually is, and I thought I'd show him how to do something. First of all, you've got your fill set on red, you've got your outline set on black with nothing clicked. If you will double click on that and go to graphic and make it, you'll find this a lot easier if you draw everything in a hairline in red. Now this is just a suggestion. So now when you draw a box, you get a hairline, but you've also got a fill, which does, to me, nobody any good. So I'll keep hitting instead of the delete key. So double click on this and go no fill. And go to graphic. And then when you draw a box, you're just gonna get a hairline. So let's bring in this map. So he was using the interactive fill tool. So I'm gonna left click, right click, and make sure it's a hairline. And he was doing stuff, ungrouping objects, you know, a long process. And this is how quick and easy this is. And I tried to mimic his exact deal. So let's take the 2-point line, and I'm gonna go from that node. Well, you don't have to do that. Go from that node and hold down the control button and you get a level line. You don't have to worry about deleting anything. And he went from about right here. I'm gonna hold down the control button. And then I'm gonna take the virtual segment delete key. I'm gonna delete this part. Now with the Smart Fill tool, not the interactive tool, but the Smart Fill tool, and he's got white, and I don't understand that part yet, but I'm gonna do the blue part. But we need to create a star first. And like I said, you don't have to delete these other lines for what we're gonna do. So get the star tool, make you a star by holding down the control button, put it about where you want it in the shape of Texas. Now take the Smart Fill tool and have no outline and make your Smart Fill blue and fill this in with blue. Now, before we do anything, let's change our nudge factor. This Texas is about 8 inches across. Let's set our nudge factor to 10. So with nothing selected, you can change your nudge factor to 10. Let's take that blue and nudge it out of the way. Now he's got the bottom part of this red. So we're gonna use the Smart Fill tool to fill that in. You need to change your Smart Fill color to red and then move that over. Now, in most maps, this would be white. So I'm gonna fill in the top part with white. White in a Texas flag is always on top. And there I did it again, I did not. Now, you would not wanna engrave anything, but maybe he's gonna print this. And there's your Texas with a star in it, done that quick. And I don't know if he's printing this and if he had an outline around it, but you could put an outline around it, you know, just by right-clicking the outline and make the outline. If you're not going to cut it, you can make the outline whatever you wanted, and by double-clicking on the outline and make it a little thicker so it shows up a little bit more. But that's how to do it. Now, if you're gonna, I've done this exact problem, but I've painted it different colors. So now you still have, you have your Smart Fill, and you can left-click no color and right-click. See, you're still drawing at 1.5 points. So make this a hairline. Left click, and we got the outline, but we're gonna change it to a red hairline. So if you're gonna cut this out, and one thing kind of neat about this project, you've got all these different colors, and we're gonna change this to a hairline. So if you were gonna do this, you could glue this to a piece of wood that's that shape. Just make it black. And so that's what I was saying. You don't have to delete these lines because we don't need those lines anymore. We can just delete the whole map. Whoop, I took away the yellow, but that doesn't really matter. So there's your 3 pieces. So what's so neat about this is you could paint this blue. And also, if you make this, and I'm not going to say you're going to paint this, but if you were going to paint this, this is a really good effect You prime it, because if you're going to do it in plywood, you would prime it to kind of seal the wood. And it also helps with the curve mark, because you've cut this star out. A lot of times you could contour that star and make it a little bit bigger. But if you put 2 coats of primer and 1 or 2 coats of paint, and it gets around the edge of that, it's going to fill up the star in the star hole, where that almost is a perfect match. So instead of doing all this combining objects and converting lines to curves, I'm hoping I understand what he was wanting. And that's how to do it. I hope that helped him a little bit. Thank you for watching.